everybody, how are you doing? This is sjsrana, Surendra Singh Rana, reporting for August 8, 2021, time about 12:55 hours UTC. We're going to discuss a lot of topic, but focused on Olympics because it's going to be commencing today, August 8, 2021. And also we're going to discuss some other global issues, global ball games, and financial terrorism, how Cairn energy exposed financial terrorism, and also we're going to discuss different topics. But first, Olympics focus goes to Olympics because it's going to commence today. What a event, and we're going to see United States with 39 gold medals, overall 113, China with 38 follow-up gold medals. So it's a very neck-to-neck competition between China and US. You see just one gold medal difference. It's just one. And then we got after that Japan. Then we have UK at 22, Japan with 27 gold medals, UK with 22, and India at 48 ranking with one gold medal, I guess. Rest, they just scored recently on August 7th, that 2 on javelin, so it's just like a javelin throw in the air, and it happens to make some mark. So anyways, folks, I've been predicting this. You can go back and look at my video, which was on July 20th and 21st, where on this YouTube post, which is Olympics 21, I used to call by that time, which was still like a week before Olympics started. It was just July 20th and 21st. On 2 days, both of those days, I've added this video where I've mentioned on July 20th that, India will not be able to score. He'll be at the bottom 10. So that's what has happened. And I've already predicted my favorites are US, China, Japan, UK, and France, Germany, but obviously Australia has taken the lead at the 5th position, but I was just focusing on top 3. So that was my prediction, US, Japan, and China, which happens. So this was the prediction into fruition, folks. You can see and always view this video on YouTube, which is for July 20th, 2021. And way before I kept predicting this, which is like a week before, you can say. So what comes on the Olympic and the global level, we see, folks, these things are all written, all there. And what an accomplishment by these players. You look at these Team USA basketball, and you see Team USA winning the basketball with Japan. And you see, how Kenya, marathon man who has won 30 kilometer marathon and whatnot, this Kenya lucid man has been like all in the news, and we are very much enthralled and very much excited to see the next Olympic, which may be taking place in 2024 in France, because this was just the delayed Olympics in Tokyo. Instead of 2020, took place in 2021. But overall, I think very surprising results. People were very accelerated, and they were like enthralled by the performance by all these athletes despite pandemic. People were very much busy watching, and they were all like connected to the humanity. And the basic connection was the spirit of, what you call stamina, strength, stability, focus of mind. That's the spirit we see, and that's the spirit the Olympics brings to the people. And also, those people that cannot adhere by truth or follow deceit and deception, you don't find any ranking in Olympics. They are thrown away. So let's first discuss this Kenya man who is being also named as a golden man or a golden star, and also known as philosophical runner. And what a runner, what a marathon man. And this lucid Kipchoge is from Kenya and has been running. His philosophy is also very good. And the New York Times names him as compared to the Zen master because of his stamina, strength, capability, and his focus of mind. And let's hear him.
I've tried all my best to remove all the limits in my mind. But as a human being, as always, limits exist in your mind. That's why I always say no human is limited. It's better to throw away and walk as a free and as a human being. I want to inspire the world by running and showing the next generation that you can be healthy, you can be more fitter when you run. And I want to make this world running world by actually inspiring all the youth, over 3 billion people. My best philosophy actually is 1% of the whole team is critically crucial than 100% of myself. That's teamwork. What I'm trying to say is that I value teamwork more than anything else. I've been running thousands and thousands of miles since I started running. But actually running means life to me. As an athlete, I've been inspired by my coach, Patrick.
The distance between the two of you should be constant.
He's not actually believing in limits, and he's actually employing all the moral values, and that's why I'm always guided by the values. It was important actually not to win London, but to show the world that I am human and you can lose and still go down, wake up and move on. That's what I learned actually in London, and that's what I'm trying to send to the other people in the whole world.
So amazing performance by the whole Tokyo team. And I want to stress upon how the Cairn Energy has won international tribunal in France over the $1.4 billion arbitration over the retro taxing of the Cairn Energy operating in India. You know what is going on with this Cairn Energy and India is a big thing. It's not a small thing, folks. It amounts to financial terrorism. What India has been doing is nothing less than financial terrorism. When it comes to UNSC or any international forum, India leadership is only talking about one nonsense: terrorism. They think, many people are dying daily under terrorism. That's what India propaganda machine works the whole 24/7. But they never talk about financial terrorism. They never talk about cybercrime terrorism. They never talk about impersonator terrorism, because India is honing those things. They never talk about gang rape terrorism, that how gang rape India fosters, and why India is known as gang rape capital of the world. It never talks about that terrorism. That's not a terrorism, folks. If you ask India government, terrorism is only when there is a missile or a bullet or a grenade is launching somewhere, and especially when the government is attacked. When the people, civilians, they are attacked, they don't really care. It's the gang rape. Females, massive number of females. Even right now, New Delhi, 9 years old girl was having a sexual battery, sexual assault, and a gang rape. She is deceased. Those predators burned her body. Half burned body was taken out by the parents who went to the Delhi spot where the crimination was taking place. They say a priest was involved, a high-level priest, and then 3 ides of those people burning the body after doing the gang rape of that 9 years old girl. That's a protest going on in India. Also, when you look at this Cairn Energy and the financial terrorism, the basic theme behind India is, it's like, if you've seen Olympics soccer, it's like you have a goal post, but once the teams come to play, like the international companies come to India to play the game, they change the goal post. That's what India government was doing with this retro taxing system on Cairn Energy, Vodafone, Amazon, many other companies. Now, after this last straw this camel's back, after the Cairn Energy decimated India government, financial terrorism, international tribunal in France, Paris court, India government and India courts have quickly jumped to basically allow scrapping the old laws or trying to accommodate Amazon. Recently, Amazon won the challenge in India courts against on the retail issue which was going on with some Reliance third company. They were just going with some entanglement to Amazon, but Amazon has won now. This is all triggered, folks. You see how financial terrorism of India was attacked by Cairn Energy, and they exposed India government financial terrorism. It's nothing sort of financial terrorism, okay? They are not talking about this topic because they know they are guilty of that. So, folks, this is how it's going here. People obfuscate a lot in India. I keep telling and repeating, and I'm telling again and again, 8 out of every 10 India population is downright corrupt, mostly morally, ethically bankrupt, and pathological liars, attacking humanity. So gang rapes are attacking humanity, folks. This is always true. So folks, let's delve a bit deeper into this. Since Olympics is over, our focus will be back to the world and how the financial terrorism playing out, and which nations are playing financial terrorism, terrorizing international company, and violating the breach of trust, you can call. So here India is offering 13.5 billion US dollar return to outstanding claims against multinationals such as telecom group Vodafone, pharmaceuticals company Sanofi, and a brewer Sab Miller. And this is one of the biggest give back which they have taken illegally, or you can call it under the financial terrorism. And this is something, a big deal, folks. I mean, the focus is here because you keep hearing those minor fishes, okay, there's a cybercrime here, some criminal, breaching on some data or breaching on some ATM machine or this and that. But look at this, how the nation is fostering the idea of financial terrorism, how they're terrorizing the company when they enter the arena, and this is what is most enchanting, and at the same time very disgusting, because when you find these companies, big companies, multinationals, they go under by some agreements, not only the MOU they sign, but also with the WTO, which is the World Trade Organization, and there are many other trans-Pacific or transatlantic cooperations and agreements. Well, that's another topic, but WTO still stands as one of the base, and USTR is another body which regulates and governs the US trade relationship. But this was Cairn Energy belongs to the UK, and it's a group that has sought in recent months to seize some of the government assets, are estimated about 70 billion worth of overseas assets. This was what we have seen earlier. I've discussed in length on this video and trails before this, where you have seen how they tried to first ask India government that please, you are doing double taxing. It's not per international law, and you're not following the agreement. It's a breach of trust, and it's like financial terrorism. But government of India was so arrogant, it's like height of arrogance and their condescending behavior. They simply put out Cairn Energy as one simple small fish in this big ocean, and they say we are fishing the big fishes. And this is the law of the land in India. If you come in India, you have to follow our law of the land. Well, they said that's okay, but your law of the land is totally unjust, biased, and it's trying to basically pin down international companies, specifically targeting the foreign companies. And you are not going with the what they call the multilateral or multi-bilateral ties. So Cairn Energy, obviously this is a long story short, they dragged the Indian government to the international courts tribunal held in France, Paris court, and because of the international tribunal is unbiased, and it's like it just simply reckoned with, and they just saw that India was to be blamed for this financial terrorism. So in all, India realized, and India said, okay, they will also drop 13.5 billion outstanding claims against multinationals. And analysts say that the legal initiative would allow New Delhi to resolve bitter international tax battle with Cairn that has grown increasingly embarrassing for India. The UK Energy Group has sought in recent months to seize some of the government's estimated 70 billion worth of overseas assets. So we are finding government now realizing after this international tribunal, because they never thought some international company would have the audacity to even reach like international tribunal, or you can say international criminal court. They think, once they say something, they are the king of everything, because most of the US is under their influence, most of Canada, US, NATO alliance is under their influence, and obviously Russia and China are not given equal partnership in speaking on these terms. So what we saw was like a disaster, and it quickly unfurled, and the Cairn has won this international tribunal, and they have been put to buy from hold because already 26% shot up in the share prices, equity prices in the international market. Further, they say there's still more scope for Cairn Energy to shoot up because of this. India government is going to now pay back. It's payback time for India government to Cairn Energy, but Cairn Energy hasn't come forward with any comments. Because see, guys, what happens, folks, I just want to focus on this part. Once you're under any sort of terrorism, or you say, let's financial terrorism over here, people who are tormented for years and years, like Cairn Energy, victimized, the survivor Cairn Energy, once they go to the legal battle, it's the last straw on the camel's back. I mean, they're just like had enough, and they go to the international court because India government doesn't pay any attention or heed to what they're saying. So once the company has gone through such a big rigmarole, and then once these people are caught red-handed doing financial terrorism, they want instant change. They want just like that, in a snap, okay, everything changes, so that, you know, what has been done as a damage, and just quickly wrap up under the carpet, and let's do the paint job. But that doesn't work. Folks, India thinks they can do metaphor games with people, they can befool people like cats and dogs, and they can also do with international companies. Well, they can do inside what they do in the law of the land, make people fool, citizens fool. Well, they can do day and night, and many people will join them, because there are many people in India who like to join the crowd but don't stand alone. They don't stand alone on truth. They would like to join the crowd. So, but many of the companies which are international, they believe in fairness. They believe in ethical humanity or ethical business. They don't go with corruption, because India is also known as big thing on corruption. I mean, I keep repeating this statement, and this is a golden statement. Remember this: 8 out of every 10 India population is downright corrupt, mostly morally, ethically bankrupt, and pathological liars, attacking humanity. So it's no wonder you find most of the frauds, most of the con men, imposters, impersonators are from India. Most of these cybercrime criminals, IRS scam, you call it CRS scam in Canada, are occurring from India call centers, just making a phone call, befooling people. And many times, many people of the Human Rights Association and people who belong to human rights and social causes also have this saying that once that phone number is known to people, and they see, the government sees that many people are calling and that person will gain popularity, they quickly hijack the phone number of that human rights activist. So a person calling to that human rights activist will never be able to reach through a phone call. Their communication will be totally hijacked by the agencies, folks. They're doing it because there is no law. The person cannot go into International Criminal Court and claim, okay, this is going on over here, this monkey business is going on. So that person is always victimized by the state, terrorism of the state. And state-sponsored terrorism is nowhere discussed. They're only discussing, okay, you know, there's a missile going here, there's a grenade launched there, that's a terrorism. But they never say what is state-sponsored terrorism. India never teaches that lesson to the world, or never speaks in UNSC that there is something called state-sponsored terrorism. There's something called financial terrorism. There's something called gang rape terrorism, or rape as a weapon. There's something called, high-scale obfuscation. All these are a form of terrorism. So if this terrorism is a grand term, it's like ambit of this term will include many things. But when government speak from India, they only focus on grenade drop here, few people there, few people here, and a missile going there. That's terrorism. Everything else is under the carpet. So folks, I keep telling this. You can go back and check my videos. I've been putting some contents. Recently, I was just publishing my contents online on oneworldpress.wordpress.com, but I have recently come up. Okay, folks, I want to have you a little bit focus here. This is the front yard of my house. You see my gates are always locked. What I want to show you here is what the ball games or metaphor games, or you can call it this, hate crimes they do over here. I keep always locked. I don't even care because I'm too busy inside my meditation and all of the things. You see this standing vase, and there's a plant, and you can see this sort of big tree, sort of a plant, and it's standing there, and you can see at the bottom there is the indication of whether the electricity supplied by the state is running or not. When there is a blank, that means no electricity. You see this vase is standing, this plant is standing, and once the light goes off, some shenanigan, some illegal shenanigan, or you can say a metaphor idiot, comes and drops this thing down once electricity is out. So my CCTV cannot record who came and did this idiotic thing, or like a shenanigan hooligans. And this is what's going on. They try to intimidate, they try to play metaphor games, but this is all, everybody's involved in it. How can the light go off and they know what exactly is going to happen? So that means this is some sponsored activity going around. And I keep facing this because I never play metaphor games. In front of my house, 1493, they have been playing a lot of these games. I never participate. Right? So you see, it's been dropped now. After the electricity was gone, there was a blink off for almost about 5 minutes. It was off, and I was busy in something else. I even don't care what's going on in the front yard. living all by my own. I'm isolated here. I just don't want to talk with the people here because 8 out of every 10 India population is downright corrupt, mostly morally, ethically bankrupt and pathological liars attacking humanity. So this is what's going on. I just want to give a glimpse. This happened. So I sign off here, and I'm going to see you next session, August 8th, 2021, and Olympics just commenced, and we see wonderful sun spreading up, and we see a lot of good things. So have a good mind, body and spirit. Take you and see you next time.